Question 1. Topic: Surplus lines insurance claims settlement scenario. Mr. Thompson, an insured in Rhode Island, has submitted a claim under his surplus lines insurance policy for extensive water damage to his property. After thorough investigation, the claims adjuster concludes that the policy provides coverage for the damage claim. However, Mr. Thompson insists on negotiating a higher settlement amount than initially offered by the insurer. What should the claims adjuster consider when negotiating a settlement in this scenario? A. Evaluating the insured's financial situation to assess their willingness to accept a settlement. B. Reviewing similar claims in Rhode Island to determine a fair settlement range. C. Offering a settlement amount that is lower than the estimated cost of repairs. D. Seeking approval from the insurer's legal team before engaging in negotiations. Answer: A. Evaluating the insured's financial situation to assess their willingness to accept a settlement. Explanation: in surplus lines claims settlement, understanding the insured's financial situation can be crucial in negotiating a fair settlement amount. Rhode Island, like other states, emphasizes the importance of good faith negotiations and fair dealing in insurance settlements. Justers must consider the insured's perspective and financial needs to reach a mutually agreeable settlement. Rhode General Laws SS 2796. Reviewing similar claims or seeking legal approval may be necessary in certain cases but are not directly related to evaluating the insured's willingness to settle. Question 2. Topic: Surplus lines insurance claims investigation. Question: in the context of surplus lines insurance claims investigation in Rhode Island, what role do outside experts and specialists typically play? A. They assist in interpreting policy, language, and exclusions. B. They provide legal representation during the investigation process. C. They determine the liability and coverage under the policy. D. They evaluate technical aspects of the claim that require specialized knowledge. Answer: D. They evaluate technical aspects of the claim that require specialized knowledge. Explanation: outside experts and specialists are often called upon in surplus lines claims investigations to evaluate technical aspects such as structural damage assessments, forensic accounting, or environmental assessments. Rhode Island's regulatory framework encourages insurers to use such experts to ensure thorough and accurate claims assessments. Rhode Department of Business Regulation Insurance Regulation 20. Question 3. Topic: Surplus lines insurance claims ethics and professionalism. Question: what ethical consideration is particularly important for claims professionals handling surplus lines insurance claims in Rhode Island? A. Disclosing confidential information to third-party experts. B. Engaging in negotiations without the insured's consent. C. Resolving claims in a timely and efficient manner. D. Accepting gifts from third-party vendors as a gesture of goodwill. Answer: C. Resolving claims in a timely and efficient manner. Explanation: ethical conduct in surplus lines claims handling in Rhode Island emphasizes resolving claims promptly and efficiently to mitigate further losses to the insured. This aligns with the state's fair claims practices and regulatory expectations. Rhode General Laws SS 27141. Disclosing confidential information without consent, negotiating without authorization, and accepting gifts could breach ethical standards and regulatory guidelines. Question 4. Topic: Surplus lines insurance policy analysis. Question: in Rhode Island, what is the primary purpose of interpreting policy language and exclusions in surplus lines insurance? A. To restrict coverage and minimize claim payouts. B. To ensure consistency with state insurance regulations. C. To clarify ambiguities and determine coverage intent. D. To delay claim processing to gather more evidence. Answer: C. To clarify ambiguities and determine coverage intent. Explanation: interpreting policy language and exclusions is critical in surplus lines insurance to clarify ambiguities and understand the scope of coverage intended by the insurer. In Rhode Island, adherence to clear and unambiguous policy language ensures fair claims handling practices in compliance with state insurance laws. Rhode General Laws SS 2794. Question 5. Topic: Surplus lines insurance claims evaluation. Question: when evaluating the extent and value of a claim in surplus lines insurance, what method is typically used to estimate claim costs in Rhode Island? A. Applying a fixed depreciation rate based on the age of the insured property. B. Using an industry standard valuation guide for similar claims. C. Engaging an independent appraiser to determine market value. D. Reserving an amount based on the insurer's internal claims experience. Answer: D. Reserving an amount based on the insurer's internal claims experience. Explanation: in Rhode Island, insurers often reserve funds based on their internal claims experience to estimate the potential cost of settling a claim. This approach helps ensure financial stability and preparedness to meet claim obligations promptly. Rhode Department of Business Regulation Insurance Regulation 27. Question 6. Topic: Surplus lines insurance claims litigation. Question: what is a key advantage of resolving surplus lines insurance claims through alternative dispute resolution ADA methods in Rhode Island? A. It guarantees a faster resolution than traditional litigation. B. It allows for unlimited discovery of evidence. C. It reduces the involvement of legal counsel. D. It limits the scope of available remedies. Answer: A. It guarantees a faster resolution than traditional litigation. Explanation: ADR methods such as mediation or arbitration offer quicker resolution compared to traditional litigation in Rhode Island. This approach can save time and costs for both insurers and insureds while promoting cooperative resolution without lengthy court proceedings. Rye Rules of Civil Procedure Rule 16. Question 7. Topic: Surplus lines insurance claims process. Question: in Rhode Island, what is a critical responsibility of surplus lines claims adjusters during the claims handling process? A. Issuing coverage denials without sufficient investigation. B. Consulting with outside legal counsel for every claim. C. Documenting all communication and actions taken. D. Negotiating settlements without insured consent. Answer: C. Documenting all communication and actions taken. Explanation: surplus lines claims adjusters in Rhode Island must diligently document all communications and actions taken throughout the claims handling process. This practice ensures transparency, compliance with regulatory requirements, and provides a clear record in case of disputes or regulatory audits. Rhode Department of Business Regulation Insurance Regulation 28. Question 8. Topic: Surplus lines insurance claims ethics and professionalism. Question: what ethical principle should surplus lines claims professionals prioritize when handling claims in Rhode Island? A. Advocating for maximum claim payouts to policyholders. B. Maintaining confidentiality of insured's personal information. C. Negotiating settlements based on personal relationships. D. Minimizing communication with insureds to expedite claims. Answer: B. Maintaining confidentiality of insured's personal information. Explanation: ethics in surplus lines claims handling in Rhode Island requires claims professionals to maintain strict confidentiality regarding insured's personal information. This includes not disclosing sensitive details to unauthorized parties and adhering to state privacy laws. Rhode General Laws SS 271930. Advocating for fair settlements and maintaining open communication are also ethical priorities, but do not supersede confidentiality obligations. Question 9. Topic: Regulatory compliance in surplus lines claims handling. Question: what is a key difference between surplus lines insurance and standard admitted insurance regarding regulatory compliance in Rhode Island? A. Surplus lines insurers are exempt from state insurance regulations. B. Surplus lines insurers must file policy forms with the state regulator. C. Surplus lines insurers do not need to pay premium taxes. D. Surplus lines insurers are not subject to financial solvency requirements. Answer: B. Surplus lines insurers must file policy forms with the state regulator. Explanation: unlike standard admitted insurance, surplus lines insurers in Rhode Island must file policy forms with the state regulator for approval before use. This requirement ensures that surplus lines policies comply with state insurance laws and consumer protection regulations. Rhode General Laws SS 27141. While surplus lines insurers enjoy certain exemptions, such as premium taxes, they remain subject to regulatory oversight to maintain market stability and protect policyholders. Question 10. Topic: Surplus lines insurance claims investigation. Question: in Rhode Island, what is the role of interviewing insureds, witnesses, and other parties involved in surplus lines insurance claims? A. Gathering evidence to support coverage denials. B. Identifying potential conflicts of interest. C. Establishing the facts surrounding the claim. D. Delaying the claims process to gather more evidence. Answer: C. Establishing the facts surrounding the claim. Explanation: interviewing insureds, witnesses, and other parties involved in the claim is crucial in Rhode Island to establish the facts surrounding the claim accurately. This helps claims adjusters determine coverage, assess liability, and ensure fair claims handling practices. Rhode Department of Business Regulation Insurance Regulation 25. Gathering evidence for coverage denials or delaying claims processing without valid reasons would contradict regulatory expectations for prompt and fair claims resolution. Question 11. Topic: Surplus lines insurance claims settlement. Question: what should surplus lines claims adjusters consider when negotiating settlements in Rhode Island? A. Offering settlements that are lower than the policy limits. B. Ignoring insured's financial situations during negotiations. C. Seeking approval from the insurer's legal team before negotiations. D. Compliance with fair claims settlement practices. Answer: D. Compliance with fair claims settlement practices. Explanation: in Rhode Island, surplus lines claims adjusters must adhere to fair claims settlement practices when negotiating settlements. This includes considering the insured's financial situation, providing prompt responses to settlement offers, and acting in good faith to reach a fair resolution. Rhode General Laws SS 2796. Offering settlements below policy limits, ignoring financial circumstances, or bypassing legal review may violate regulatory standards and ethical obligations. Question 12. Topic: Surplus lines insurance claims ethics and professionalism. Question: what ethical guidelines should surplus lines claims professionals follow regarding conflicts of interest in Rhode Island? A. Disclosing conflicts of interest promptly to all involved parties. B. Resolving conflicts of interest in favor of the insured. C. Avoiding conflicts of interest altogether. D. Ignoring conflicts of interest if they benefit the insurer. Answer: A. Disclosing conflicts of interest promptly to all involved parties. Explanation: surplus lines claims professionals in Rhode Island must disclose conflicts of interest promptly to all involved parties, including insureds and other stakeholders. This ensures transparency and allows parties to make informed decisions regarding the claims process. Rhode Department of Business Regulation Insurance Regulation 30. Resolving conflicts of interest in favor of the insured. Avoiding conflicts entirely or disregarding conflicts for insurer benefit would violate ethical standards and regulatory expectations. Question 13. Topic: Surplus lines insurance claims evaluation. Question: how do surplus lines insurers determine coverage and liability in Rhode Island? A. By denying claims based on initial review. B. Through collaboration with state insurance regulators. C. By analyzing policy provisions and factual investigations. D. By settling claims without evaluating liability. Answer: C. By analyzing policy provisions and factual investigations. Explanation: surplus lines insurers in Rhode Island determine coverage and liability by carefully analyzing policy provisions and conducting factual investigations into the circumstances of the claim. This process ensures that claims are handled fairly and in compliance with state insurance laws and regulations. Rhode Department of Business Regulation Insurance Regulation 26. Simply denying claims or settling without thorough evaluation would undermine regulatory requirements for fair claims practices. Question 14. Topic: Surplus lines insurance claims litigation. Question: what role do legal counsel play in surplus lines claims litigation in Rhode Island? A. Serving as expert witnesses in court proceedings. B. Providing advice on coverage denials. C. Managing claims negotiations with insureds. D. Representing insurers in legal disputes. Answer: D. Representing insurers in legal disputes. Explanation: legal counsel in surplus lines claims litigation in Rhode Island typically represent insurers in legal disputes, providing legal advice and advocating on behalf of insurers' interests in court. This includes presenting arguments, cross-examining witnesses, and ensuring compliance with procedural rules. Rules of Civil Procedure Rule 11. While legal counsel may advise on coverage issues, their primary role in litigation is to represent insurers in legal proceedings. Question 15. Topic: regulatory compliance in surplus lines claims handling. Question: how do surplus lines insurers comply with licensing and reporting requirements in Rhode Island? A. By submitting quarterly financial reports to state regulators. B. By obtaining surplus lines broker licenses from the state. C. By reporting claims settlements to the National Association of Insurance Commissioners (NAIC). D. By following specific guidelines set forth in the non-admitted and reinsurance report to RE. Answer. B. By obtaining surplus lines broker licenses from the state. Explanation. Surplus lines insurers in Rhode Island comply with licensing requirements by obtaining surplus lines broker licenses from the state's Department of Business Regulation. This license allows them to legally transact surplus lines insurance, ensuring compliance with state regulations and consumer protection laws. Rhode Department of Business Regulation Insurance Regulation 21. While reporting requirements exist, they typically involve different processes and entities such as the NAIC or specific regulatory filings, rather than licensing directly. Question 16. Topic: Surplus lines insurance claims process. Question: what is the significance of effective communication in surplus lines insurance claims handling in Rhode Island? A. It ensures speedy claim denials. B. It fosters transparency and trust. C. It minimizes insurer liability. D. It restricts insured access to information. Answer. B. It fosters transparency and trust. Explanation. Effective communication in surplus lines insurance claims handling in Rhode Island is crucial as it fosters transparency and trust between the insurer and the insured. Clear and timely communication helps manage expectations, clarify policy terms, and ensure both parties understand the claims process and outcomes. Rhode General Laws SS 2794. Speedy claim denials without proper communication can lead to misunderstandings and potential regulatory scrutiny for unfair claims practices. Question 17. Topic: Surplus lines insurance claims investigation. Question: how do surplus lines claims adjusters evaluate evidence in Rhode Island? A. By ignoring witness statements in favor of policy provisions. B. By relying solely on internal assessments. C. By gathering and evaluating all relevant evidence objectively. D. By delaying investigation to wait for additional evidence. Answer. C. By gathering and evaluating all relevant evidence objectively. Explanation. Surplus lines claims adjusters in Rhode Island are required to gather and evaluate all relevant evidence objectively to determine the validity and extent of claims. This includes reviewing witness statements, conducting site inspections, and considering policy provisions in context. Rhode Department of Business Regulation Insurance Regulation 24. Objectivity in evidence evaluation ensures fair claims assessments and compliance with regulatory standards. Question 18. Topic: Surplus lines insurance claims settlement. Question: why is documenting settlement agreements important in surplus lines insurance claims handling in Rhode Island? A. To ensure the insured does not contest the settlement. B. To satisfy internal auditing requirements. C. To provide proof of compliance with regulatory guidelines. D. To avoid disclosing settlement terms to third parties. Answer. C. To provide proof of compliance with regulatory guidelines. Explanation. Documenting settlement agreements in surplus lines insurance claims handling in Rhode Island is essential to provide proof of compliance with regulatory guidelines. This includes detailing the terms agreed upon, ensuring both parties understanding and protecting the insurer from potential disputes or legal challenges. Rhode Department of Business Regulation Insurance Regulation 29. While internal auditing and confidentiality are important considerations, they are secondary to ensuring regulatory compliance and transparency in settlement practices. Question 19. Topic: Surplus lines insurance policy analysis. Question: what role do key terms and definitions play in interpreting surplus lines insurance policies in Rhode Island? A. They limit coverage to specific circumstances. B. They override state insurance regulations. C. They ensure compliance with federal guidelines. D. They simplify claims processing for adjusters. Answer. A. They limit coverage to specific circumstances. Explanation. Key terms and definitions in surplus lines insurance policies in Rhode Island play a critical role in interpreting the scope of coverage. These terms define the boundaries within which claims can be accepted or denied, ensuring clarity and consistency in claims handling. Rhode General Laws SS 2794. Understanding these definitions helps claims adjusters apply policy provisions accurately and in accordance with regulatory requirements. Question 20. Topic: Surplus lines insurance claims evaluation. Question: how do surplus lines insurers in Rhode Island determine the value of a claim? A. By applying standard depreciation rates. B. By consulting with state insurance regulators. C. By using industry standard valuation tools. D. By offering a fixed percentage of the insured amount. Answer C. By using industry standard valuation tools. Explanation: surplus lines insurers in Rhode Island typically determine the value of a claim by using industry standard valuation tools and methodologies. These tools help assess the extent of damage, replacement costs, or other relevant factors to arrive at a fair settlement amount. Rhode Department of Business Regulation Insurance Regulation 27. Standard depreciation rates, fixed percentages, or arbitrary methods may not accurately reflect the actual value of the claim and can lead to disputes or regulatory issues. Question 21. Topic: Surplus lines insurance claims ethics and professionalism. Question: what ethical guidelines should surplus lines claims professionals prioritize regarding confidentiality in Rhode Island? A. Disclosing insured's claim details to third-party vendors. B. Protecting insured's personal information from unauthorized disclosure. C. Sharing claim information with competitors for benchmarking. D. Using insured's information for marketing purposes. Answer: B. Protecting insured's personal information from unauthorized disclosure. Explanation: surplus lines claims professionals in Rhode Island must prioritize protecting insured's personal information from unauthorized disclosure. This ethical guideline ensures compliance with state privacy laws and maintains trust between insurers and insureds. Rhode General Laws SS 271930. Disclosing claim details to third parties, sharing information with competitors, or using data for marketing without consent would violate ethical standards and regulatory requirements. Question 22. Topic: surplus lines insurance claims settlement. Question: what is the significance of reserving and estimating claim costs in surplus lines insurance claims handling in Rhode Island? A. To minimize claim payouts and maximize insurer profits. B. To ensure compliance with state premium tax regulations. C. To set aside funds for anticipated claim payments. D. To expedite claim processing without thorough evaluation. Answer: C. To set aside funds for anticipated claim payments. Explanation: reserving and estimating claim costs in surplus lines insurance claims handling in Rhode Island is critical to setting aside funds for anticipated claim payments. This practice helps insurers manage their financial obligations, ensure solvency, and meet regulatory requirements. Rhode Department of Business Regulation Insurance Regulation 28. It also supports fair claims handling by providing adequate funds for timely settlements rather than delaying payments or risking underfunding of claims. Question 23. Topic: surplus lines insurance claims litigation. Question: what role does understanding the litigation process play in surplus lines claims handling in Rhode Island? A. It allows adjusters to deny claims based on procedural errors. B. It helps insurers avoid legal disputes altogether. C. It enables effective collaboration with legal counsel. D. It speeds up claims resolution without court involvement. Answer: C. It enables effective collaboration with legal counsel. Explanation: understanding the litigation process in surplus lines claims handling in Rhode Island enables effective collaboration with legal counsel. This includes preparing defenses, responding to legal challenges, and ensuring compliance with court procedures. Rhode Rules of Civil Procedure Rule 16. It does not involve denying claims based on procedural errors, but rather prepares insurers to navigate legal disputes professionally and protect their interests in court. Question 24. Topic: regulatory compliance in surplus lines claims handling. Question: how do surplus lines insurers comply with fair claims practices and consumer protection laws in Rhode Island? A. By denying claims based on internal policies. B. By following state guidelines on claim handling. C. By avoiding claims involving high liability. D. By charging low premiums to policyholders. Answer: B. By following state guidelines on claim handling. Explanation: surplus lines insurers in Rhode Island comply with fair claims practices and consumer protection laws by following state guidelines on claim handling. This includes timely claim investigations, fair evaluation of claims, and prompt communication with policyholders. Rhode General Laws SS 2796. Denying claims arbitrarily, avoiding high liability claims, or adjusting premiums are not directly related to compliance with fair claims practices, but rather represent different aspects of insurer operations. Question 25. Topic: Surplus lines insurance claims investigation. Question: What are the primary objectives of claims investigation techniques in surplus lines insurance in Rhode Island? A. To delay claim settlements for financial gain. B. To gather sufficient evidence to support coverage decisions. C. To ignore witness statements for expedited processing. D. To deny claims without proper investigation. Answer: B. To gather sufficient evidence to support coverage decisions. Explanation: in Rhode Island, surplus lines claims investigation techniques aim to gather sufficient evidence to support coverage decisions objectively. This includes interviewing witnesses, assessing damages, and reviewing policy terms to ensure fair claims handling practices. Rhode Department of Business Regulation Insurance Regulation 24. Delaying settlements for financial gain or ignoring relevant evidence would contradict regulatory expectations for prompt and thorough claims processing. Question 26. Topic: Surplus lines insurance claims settlement. Question: How do surplus lines claims adjusters negotiate settlement agreements in Rhode Island? A. By offering settlements below the policy limits. B. By consulting with competitors for benchmarking. C. By considering insured's financial situations. D. By delaying negotiations indefinitely. Answer: C. By considering insured's financial situations. Explanation: surplus lines claims adjusters in Rhode Island negotiate settlement agreements by considering insured's financial situations to reach a fair and equitable resolution. This practice aligns with regulatory expectations for good faith negotiations and fair claims handling practices. Rhode General Laws SS 2796. Offering settlements below policy limits, benchmarking with competitors, or indefinitely delaying negotiations are not ethical or compliant with Rhode Island insurance regulations. Question 27. Topic: Surplus lines insurance claims ethics and professionalism. Question: What ethical considerations should surplus lines claims professionals prioritize in Rhode Island regarding conflicts of interest? A. Resolving conflicts of interest in favor of the insurer. B. Avoiding conflicts of interest by not disclosing information. C. Disclosing conflicts of interest promptly to all involved parties. D. Ignoring conflicts of interest to expedite claims processing. Answer: C. Disclosing conflicts of interest promptly to all involved parties. Explanation: surplus lines claims professionals in Rhode Island should prioritize disclosing conflicts of interest promptly to all involved parties. This ethical guideline promotes transparency, trust, and compliance with regulatory requirements. Rhode Department of Business Regulation Insurance Regulation 30. Resolving conflicts in favor of the insurer. Avoiding disclosure or ignoring conflicts to expedite claims processing could undermine fairness and lead to regulatory scrutiny. Question 28. Topic: Surplus lines insurance claims evaluation. Question: What factors should surplus lines insurers consider when determining coverage and liability in Rhode Island? A. Insured's occupation and income level. B. State regulations on premium taxation. C. Policy provisions and factual investigation. D. Competition's claims handling practices. Answer: C. Policy provisions and factual investigation. Explanation: surplus lines insurers in Rhode Island determine coverage and liability by carefully evaluating policy provisions and conducting factual investigations into the circumstances of the claim. This ensures that claims decisions are based on objective criteria and compliance with state insurance laws. Rhode Department of Business Regulation Insurance Regulation 26. Factors such as insured's occupation or competitors' practices are not relevant to determining coverage and liability. Question 29. Topic: Surplus lines insurance claims process. Question: Why is compliance with regulatory requirements important during the claims handling process in surplus lines insurance in Rhode Island? A. To expedite claim processing without delays. B. To avoid fines, penalties, and legal issues. C. To deny claims based on internal policies. D. To ignore insured's rights to dispute claims. Answer: B. To avoid fines, penalties, and legal issues. Explanation: compliance with regulatory requirements in surplus lines insurance claims handling in Rhode Island is crucial to avoid fines, penalties, and legal issues. Adhering to state insurance regulations ensures fair treatment of insureds, protects insurers' financial stability, and maintains operational integrity. Rhode General Laws SS 2794. Ignoring regulatory requirements can lead to severe consequences impacting an insurer's reputation and ability to operate in the market. Question 30. Topic: Surplus lines insurance claims ethics and professionalism. Question: How do surplus lines claims professionals demonstrate professionalism in Rhode Island regarding claims handling? A. By minimizing communication with insureds. B. By disclosing all relevant information promptly. C. By delaying claim investigations indefinitely. D. By ignoring insured's concerns and complaints. Answer: B. By disclosing all relevant information promptly. Explanation: Surplus lines claims professionals in Rhode Island demonstrate professionalism by disclosing all relevant information promptly to insureds. This includes providing clear explanations of coverage, claim processes, and outcomes, ensuring transparency and trust. Rhode General Laws SS 2796. Minimizing communication, delaying investigations, or disregarding insured's concerns are unethical practices that undermine professionalism and regulatory compliance. Question 31. Topic: Surplus lines insurance claims litigation. Question: How should surplus lines insurers manage litigation expenses in Rhode Island? A. By avoiding legal representation to minimize costs. B. By passing all legal costs to insureds. C. By collaborating with legal counsel to manage expenses. D. By delaying responses to legal notices. Answer: C. By collaborating with legal counsel to manage expenses. Explanation: Surplus lines insurers in Rhode Island should collaborate with legal counsel to manage litigation expenses effectively. This includes budgeting, negotiating legal fees, and exploring alternative dispute resolution methods to control costs while defending insurers' interests in legal proceedings. Rhode Rules of Civil Procedure Rule 16. Avoiding legal representation, passing costs to insureds, or delaying responses can lead to higher expenses and potential legal risks. Question 32. Topic: Surplus lines insurance claims ethics and professionalism. Question: What ethical considerations should surplus lines claims professionals prioritize regarding claims settlement negotiations in Rhode Island? A. Ignoring insured's financial situations during negotiations. B. Resolving claims quickly to meet performance targets. C. Following fair claims settlement practices. D. Denying claims based on personal biases. Answer: C. Following fair claims settlement practices. Explanation: Surplus lines claims professionals in Rhode Island should prioritize following fair claims settlement practices during negotiations. This includes considering insured's financial situations, responding promptly to settlement offers, and acting in good faith to reach fair agreements. Rhode General Laws SS 2796. Ignoring financial circumstances, rushing settlements, or denying claims unfairly would violate ethical standards and regulatory requirements. Question 33. Topic: Surplus lines insurance claims process. Question: What role does effective documentation play in surplus lines insurance claims handling in Rhode Island? A. It complicates claims processing for adjusters. B. It ensures compliance with state regulations. C. It delays claim settlements unnecessarily. D. It restricts access to information for insureds. Answer: B. It ensures compliance with state regulations. Explanation: Effective documentation in surplus lines insurance claims handling in Rhode Island ensures compliance with state regulations by providing a clear record of all actions taken during the claims process. This includes documenting communications, decisions, and any agreements reached, which helps insurers demonstrate adherence to regulatory requirements and facilitates audits or reviews. Rhode Department of Business Regulation Insurance Regulation 28. While documentation may involve detailed records, its primary purpose is to ensure transparency and regulatory compliance, not to complicate or delay claims unnecessarily. Question 34. Topic: Surplus lines insurance claims investigation. Question: What role do outside experts and specialists play in surplus lines claims investigation in Rhode Island? A. They override adjusters' decisions in claims handling. B. They provide objective analysis and expertise. C. They delay claims processing unnecessarily. D. They minimize communication with insureds. Answer: B. They provide objective analysis and expertise. Explanation: Outside experts and specialists in surplus lines claims investigation in Rhode Island play a crucial role by providing objective analysis and expertise. This helps insurers assess complex claims gather specialized information and ensure thorough investigations. Rhode Department of Business Regulation Insurance Regulation 24. Their involvement enhances the accuracy and fairness of claims handling, contrary to delaying processes or minimizing communication with insureds. Question 35. Topic: Surplus lines insurance claims settlement. Question: Why is compliance with settlement agreements important in surplus lines insurance claims handling in Rhode Island? A. To expedite claims processing without delays. B. To avoid legal disputes and uphold agreements. C. To deny claims based on policy limitations. D. To ignore insured's concerns about settlements. Answer: B. To avoid legal disputes and uphold agreements. Explanation: Compliance with settlement agreements in surplus lines insurance claims handling in Rhode Island is crucial to avoid legal disputes and uphold agreements made with insureds. It ensures that both parties honor their commitments, maintains trust, and prevents potential litigation over unsettled claims. Rhode Department of Business Regulation Insurance Regulation 29. While settling claims promptly is important, the primary focus is on honoring agreements and avoiding disputes through transparent and fair practices. Question 36. Topic: Surplus lines insurance claims ethics and professionalism. Question: How do surplus lines claims professionals demonstrate ethical behavior regarding confidentiality in Rhode Island? A. Sharing claim details with unauthorized parties. B. Using insured's information for personal gain. C. Protecting insured's personal information from disclosure. D. Avoiding compliance with state privacy laws. Answer: C. Protecting insured's personal information from disclosure. Explanation: Surplus lines claims professionals in Rhode Island demonstrate ethical behavior by protecting insured's personal information from unauthorized disclosure. This includes adhering to state privacy laws, maintaining confidentiality, and ensuring that sensitive information is only shared with authorized parties. Rhode General Laws SS 271930. Sharing claim details, using information for personal gain, or disregarding privacy laws would violate ethical standards and regulatory requirements. Question 37. Topic: Surplus lines insurance policy analysis. Question: How do surplus lines insurers interpret policy language and exclusions in Rhode Island? A. By applying subjective interpretations to maximize denials. B. By excluding coverage for all non-standard risks. C. By strictly adhering to policy provisions and exclusions. D. By ignoring policy language in favor of insured statements. Answer: C. By strictly adhering to policy provisions and exclusions. Explanation: Surplus lines insurers in Rhode Island interpret policy language and exclusions by strictly adhering to policy provisions and exclusions stated in the insurance contract. This approach ensures consistency in claims handling and compliance with regulatory requirements. Rhode Department of Business Regulation Insurance Regulation 26. Subjective interpretations or ignoring policy language would undermine the contractual agreement and potentially violate fair claims practices. Question 38. Topic: Surplus lines insurance claims process. Question: Why is effective communication crucial during the surplus lines insurance claims process in Rhode Island? A. To confuse insureds about their rights. B. To minimize interactions with state regulators. C. To facilitate understanding and manage expectations. D. To delay claims processing for financial gain. Answer: C. To facilitate understanding and manage expectations. Explanation: Effective communication during the surplus lines insurance claims process in Rhode Island is crucial to facilitate understanding and manage expectations between the insurer and insured. Clear communication helps clarify policy terms, inform insureds about the claims process, and ensure transparency throughout. Rhode General Laws SS 2794. Confusing insureds, minimizing interactions with regulators, or delaying claims processing are contrary to the principles of fair claims handling and regulatory compliance. Question 39. Topic: Regulatory compliance in surplus lines claims handling. Question: How do surplus lines insurers comply with licensing and reporting requirements in Rhode Island? A. By bypassing state licensing requirements. B. By reporting claims directly to federal authorities. C. By obtaining surplus lines broker licenses and filing reports. D. By increasing premiums without notifying policyholders. Answer: C. By obtaining surplus lines broker licenses and filing reports. Explanation: Surplus lines insurers in Rhode Island comply with licensing and reporting requirements by obtaining surplus lines broker licenses from the state's Department of Business Regulation and filing required reports. This ensures legal authority to transact surplus lines insurance and compliance with state regulatory oversight. Rhode Department of Business Regulation Insurance Regulation 21. Bypassing licensing requirements, reporting claims to federal authorities only, or increasing premiums without notification would violate state regulations and consumer protection laws. Question 40. Topic: Surplus lines insurance claims evaluation. Question: How do surplus lines insurers determine coverage adequacy in Rhode Island? A. By limiting coverage to basic perils. B. By following industry standard practices. C. By excluding coverage for high-risk areas. D. By delaying claims processing for complex cases. Answer: B. By following industry standard practices. Explanation: Surplus lines insurers in Rhode Island determine coverage adequacy by following industry standard practices for evaluating risks and setting coverage limits. This approach ensures consistency and fairness in assessing policyholder needs and aligns with regulatory expectations for comprehensive coverage. Rhode Department of Business Regulation Insurance Regulation 26. Limiting coverage to basic perils, excluding high-risk areas, or delaying processing for complex cases may not reflect adequate evaluation based on established industry standards. Question 41. Topic: Surplus lines insurance claims litigation. Question: Why is it important for surplus lines insurers in Rhode Island to work closely with legal counsel during claims litigation? A. To minimize legal expenses at all costs. B. To delay court proceedings indefinitely. C. To ensure compliance with court rules and procedures. D. To ignore court orders for expedited settlements. Answer: C. To ensure compliance with court rules and procedures. Explanation: Surplus lines insurers in Rhode Island must work closely with legal counsel during claims litigation to ensure compliance with court rules and procedures. This collaboration helps insurers navigate legal complexities, meet filing deadlines, and present effective defenses in court. Rules of Civil Procedure. Rule 16. Minimizing legal expenses, delaying proceedings, or disregarding court orders would risk adverse legal outcomes and regulatory scrutiny. Question 42. Topic: Surplus lines insurance claims settlement. Question: How do surplus lines insurers ensure ethical claims settlement practices in Rhode Island? A. By denying claims based on policy exclusions. B. By disclosing settlement terms to competitors. C. By negotiating fair settlements in good faith. D. By withholding settlement funds indefinitely. Answer: C. By negotiating fair settlements in good faith. Explanation: Surplus lines insurers in Rhode Island ensure ethical claims settlement practices by negotiating fair settlements in good faith with insureds. This includes considering all relevant factors, communicating transparently, and adhering to state regulations. Rhode General Laws SS 2796. Denying claims without valid reasons, disclosing settlement terms improperly, or withholding funds indefinitely would violate ethical standards and regulatory requirements. Question 43. Topic: Surplus lines insurance claims process. Question: How does effective claims communication benefit surplus lines insurers in Rhode Island? A. By confusing insureds about their coverage. B. By minimizing interactions with state regulators. C. By facilitating prompt and clear information exchange. D. By delaying claims processing for financial gain. Answer: C. By facilitating prompt and clear information exchange. Explanation: Effective claims communication benefits surplus lines insurers in Rhode Island by facilitating prompt and clear information exchange between all parties involved. This ensures that insureds understand their coverage, claims processes, and rights, thereby reducing misunderstandings and enhancing customer satisfaction. Rhode General Laws SS 2794. Confusing insureds, minimizing interactions with regulators, or delaying claims processing for financial gain are contrary to good communication practices and regulatory compliance. Question 44. Topic: Surplus lines insurance claims ethics and professionalism. Question: How do surplus lines claims professionals demonstrate professionalism regarding conflicts of interest in Rhode Island? A. By resolving conflicts of interest in favor of the insurer. B. By avoiding disclosure of conflicts of interest. C. By disclosing conflicts promptly and managing them ethically. D. By ignoring conflicts of interest to expedite claims processing. Answer C. By disclosing conflicts promptly and managing them ethically. Explanation. Surplus lines claims professionals in Rhode Island demonstrate professionalism regarding conflicts of interest by promptly disclosing them and managing them ethically. This includes taking appropriate steps to mitigate conflicts, ensuring fair treatment of all parties involved, and complying with regulatory requirements. Rhode Department of Business Regulation Insurance Regulation 30, resolving conflicts in favor of the insurer, avoiding disclosure or ignoring conflicts to expedite claims processing would violate ethical standards and regulatory expectations. Question 45. Topic: Regulatory compliance in surplus lines claims handling. Question: Why is compliance with fair claims practices important for surplus lines insurers in Rhode Island? A. To deny claims based on internal policies. B. To expedite claims processing without delays. C. To ensure fair treatment of insureds in compliance with laws. D. To charge higher premiums to policyholders. Answer: C. To ensure fair treatment of insureds in compliance with laws. Explanation. Compliance with fair claims practices is important for surplus lines insurers in Rhode Island to ensure fair treatment of insureds and comply with state laws and regulations. This includes conducting timely and thorough claim investigations, providing clear explanations of coverage decisions, and handling claims in good faith. Rhode General Laws SS 2796. Denying claims based on internal policies, expediting processing at the expense of fairness, or increasing premiums without justification would not align with fair claims practices or regulatory expectations. Question 46. Topic: Surplus lines insurance claims investigation. Question: How do surplus lines insurers in Rhode Island gather and evaluate evidence in claims investigations? A. By relying solely on insured statements. B. By conducting thorough and objective investigations. C. By delaying evidence collection for strategic advantage. D. By avoiding expert opinions and witness statements. Answer: B. By conducting thorough and objective investigations. Explanation. Surplus lines insurers in Rhode Island gather and evaluate evidence in claims investigations by conducting thorough and objective investigations. This involves collecting evidence from multiple sources, including insureds, witnesses, experts, and other relevant parties, to make informed decisions regarding coverage and liability. Rhode Department of Business Regulation Insurance Regulation 24. Relying solely on insured statements, delaying evidence collection, or avoiding expert opinions would not align with best practices for claims handling. Question 47. Topic: Surplus lines insurance claims ethics and professionalism. Question: How do surplus lines claims professionals uphold ethical standards regarding confidentiality in Rhode Island? A. By sharing sensitive claim information with unauthorized parties. B. By using insured's personal information for marketing purposes. C. By safeguarding insured's confidential information from disclosure. D. By withholding claim details from state regulators. Answer: C. By safeguarding insured's confidential information from disclosure. Explanation. Surplus lines claims professionals in Rhode Island uphold ethical standards regarding confidentiality by safeguarding insured's confidential information from unauthorized disclosure. This includes complying with state privacy laws, limiting access to sensitive information, and ensuring that disclosures are made only to authorized parties. Rhode General Laws SS 271930. Sharing information with unauthorized parties, using personal information for unrelated purposes, or withholding details from regulators would breach confidentiality and violate ethical standards. Question 48. Topic: Surplus lines insurance claims settlement. Question: Why is it important for surplus lines insurers to document settlement agreements in Rhode Island? A. To confuse insureds about their entitlements. B. To expedite claims processing without delays. C. To create a record of the settlement terms and conditions. D. To deny claims based on undocumented agreements. Answer: C. To create a record of the settlement terms and conditions. Explanation. It is important for surplus lines insurers in Rhode Island to document settlement agreements to create a clear record of the settlement terms and conditions agreed upon by all parties involved. This documentation helps prevent disputes, ensures compliance with regulatory requirements, and provides a basis for enforcing the agreement if necessary. Rhode Department of Business Regulation Insurance Regulation 29. Using documentation to confuse insureds, expedite processing at the expense of accuracy, or deny claims based on undocumented agreements would not align with fair claims practices or regulatory expectations. Question 49. Topic: Surplus lines insurance claims evaluation. Question: How do surplus lines insurers determine the value of a claim in Rhode Island? A. By minimizing claim assessments to reduce payouts. B. By consulting competitors for valuation benchmarks. C. By using loss adjustment techniques and tools. D. By delaying claim evaluations indefinitely. Answer: C. By using loss adjustment techniques and tools. Explanation: Surplus lines insurers in Rhode Island determine the value of a claim by using loss adjustment techniques and tools. This includes assessing damages, considering policy terms and exclusions, and utilizing industry-standard methodologies to calculate fair settlements. Rhode Department of Business Regulation Insurance Regulation 27. Minimizing assessments, consulting competitors for benchmarks, or delaying evaluations would not align with fair claims practices or regulatory expectations. Question 50. Topic: Surplus lines insurance claims litigation. Question: How do surplus lines insurers manage litigation expenses ethically in Rhode Island? A. By avoiding legal representation to minimize costs. B. By passing all legal costs to insureds. C. By budgeting and negotiating legal fees with counsel. D. By delaying court proceedings indefinitely. Answer: C. By budgeting and negotiating legal fees with counsel. Explanation: Surplus lines insurers in Rhode Island manage litigation expenses ethically by budgeting and negotiating legal fees with counsel. This involves establishing cost-effective strategies, exploring alternative dispute resolution options, and ensuring transparent communication with insureds regarding legal expenses. Rhode Rules of Civil Procedure. Rule 16. Avoiding legal representation, passing costs to insureds indiscriminately, or delaying court proceedings would not demonstrate ethical management of litigation expenses. Question 51. Topic: Surplus lines insurance claims process. Question: How does effective claims handling contribute to customer satisfaction for surplus lines insurers in Rhode Island? A. By delaying claims processing for financial gain. B. By providing clear communication and timely updates. C. By denying claims based on internal policies. D. By ignoring insured's inquiries about their claims. Answer: B. By providing clear communication and timely updates. Explanation: Effective claims handling contributes to customer satisfaction for surplus lines insurers in Rhode Island by providing clear communication and timely updates throughout the claims process. This includes informing insureds about claim status, explaining coverage decisions, and addressing inquiries promptly. Rhode General Laws SS 2794. Delaying processing, denying claims without valid reasons, or ignoring insured's inquiries would undermine customer satisfaction and compliance with fair claims practices. Question 52. Topic: Surplus lines insurance claims settlement. Question: Why is it important for surplus lines insurers in Rhode Island to comply with regulatory requirements during claims settlement? A. To expedite claims processing without delays. B. To ensure fair treatment of insureds in compliance with laws. C. To maximize profits by minimizing claim payouts. D. To deny claims based on internal policies. Answer: B. To ensure fair treatment of insureds in compliance with laws. Explanation: Surplus lines insurers in Rhode Island must comply with regulatory requirements during claims settlement to ensure fair treatment of insureds and uphold legal standards. This includes following state regulations on claims handling, providing transparent communication, and honoring contractual obligations. Rhode General Laws SS 2796. Prioritizing profits over fair treatment, delaying claims processing, or denying claims without valid reasons would violate regulatory expectations and ethical standards. Question 53. Topic: Surplus lines insurance claims investigation. Question: How do surplus lines insurers in Rhode Island use interviews in claims investigations? A. To intimidate insureds into accepting lower settlements. B. To gather factual information and assess claim validity. C. To delay claims processing for strategic advantage. D. To avoid evidence collection from other sources. Answer: B. To gather factual information and assess claim validity. Explanation: Surplus lines insurers in Rhode Island use interviews in claims investigations to gather factual information from insureds, witnesses, and other relevant parties to assess the validity of claims objectively. This helps insurers make informed decisions regarding coverage and liability based on verifiable evidence. Rhode Department of Business Regulation Insurance Regulation 24. Intimidating insureds, delaying processing, or neglecting evidence from other sources would undermine the integrity of the investigation process and fair claims handling. Question 54. Topic: Surplus lines insurance claims ethics and professionalism. Question: How do surplus lines claims professionals demonstrate ethical behavior in Rhode Island regarding claims evaluation? A. By denying claims without proper investigation. B. By providing fair and prompt claim assessments. C. By ignoring insured's concerns about coverage. D. By delaying claim evaluations indefinitely. Answer: B. By providing fair and prompt claim assessments. Explanation: Surplus lines claims professionals in Rhode Island demonstrate ethical behavior in claims evaluation by providing fair and prompt assessments of claims. This includes conducting thorough investigations, evaluating policy terms objectively, and communicating clearly with insureds throughout the process. Rhode General Laws SS 2794. Denying claims without proper investigation, ignoring insured's concerns, or delaying evaluations would violate ethical standards and regulatory requirements. Question 55. Topic: Surplus lines insurance claims process. Question: How do surplus lines insurers in Rhode Island ensure compliance with regulatory requirements during claims handling? A. By delaying claim investigations indefinitely. B. By consulting with competitors for claim assessments. C. By following state regulations and fair claims practices. D. By excluding insureds from claim decision-making. Answer: C. By following state regulations and fair claims practices. Explanation: Surplus lines insurers in Rhode Island ensure compliance with regulatory requirements during claims handling by following state regulations and fair claims practices. This includes conducting timely investigations, communicating with insureds, and adhering to legal standards outlined in Rhode Island's insurance laws, Rhode General Laws SS 2796. Delaying investigations indefinitely, seeking assessments from competitors, or excluding insureds from decisions would not align with regulatory expectations or fair practices. Question 56. Topic: Surplus lines insurance claims ethics and professionalism. Question: How do surplus lines claims professionals demonstrate professionalism in Rhode Island regarding claims settlement negotiations? A. By settling claims quickly without considering insured's needs. B. By disclosing confidential settlement terms to third parties. C. By negotiating in good faith and considering insured's interests. D. By withholding information from insureds about their claims. Answer: C. By negotiating in good faith and considering insured's interests. Explanation: Surplus lines claims professionals in Rhode Island demonstrate professionalism in claims settlement negotiations by negotiating in good faith and considering insured's interests. This involves transparent communication, fair assessment of claims, and striving for mutually beneficial outcomes. Rhode General Laws SS 2796. Selling claims hastily, disclosing confidential terms improperly, or withholding information from insureds would compromise professionalism and ethical conduct. Question 57. Topic: Surplus lines insurance claims evaluation. Question: How do surplus lines insurers in Rhode Island determine the extent of coverage and liability in complex claims? A. By limiting coverage to basic perils regardless of circumstances. B. By consulting with competitors for coverage benchmarks. C. By using expert opinions and assessing policy terms thoroughly. D. By excluding coverage for claims involving legal disputes. Answer: C. By using expert opinions and assessing policy terms thoroughly. Explanation: Surplus lines insurers in Rhode Island determine the extent of coverage and liability in complex claims by using expert opinions and assessing policy terms thoroughly. This includes consulting specialists, evaluating policy language, and applying industry standard practices to ensure accurate coverage assessments. Rhode Department of Business Regulation Insurance Regulation 26. Limiting coverage unnecessarily, seeking benchmarks from competitors, or excluding coverage based on legal disputes would not uphold fair claims practices or regulatory standards. Question 58. Topic: Surplus lines insurance claims litigation. Question: how do surplus lines insurers in Rhode Island manage claims litigation expenses effectively? A. By avoiding legal representation to minimize costs. B. By passing all legal costs directly to policyholders. C. By budgeting and negotiating legal fees with counsel. D. By delaying court proceedings indefinitely. Answer: C. By budgeting and negotiating legal fees with counsel. Explanation: surplus lines insurers in Rhode Island manage claims litigation expenses effectively by budgeting and negotiating legal fees with counsel. This approach allows insurers to control costs while ensuring quality legal representation and compliance with regulatory requirements. Rules of Civil Procedure. Rule 16. Avoiding legal representation, passing costs to policyholders indiscriminately, or delaying court proceedings would not align with effective claims management or ethical standards. Question 59. Topic: surplus lines insurance policy analysis. Question: why is it important for surplus lines insurers in Rhode Island to accurately interpret policy language and exclusions? A. To deny claims based on broad interpretations. B. To exclude coverage for all non-standard risks. C. To ensure fair treatment and compliance with policy terms. D. To expedite claims processing without delays. Answer: C. To ensure fair treatment and compliance with policy terms. Explanation: it is important for surplus lines insurers in Rhode Island to accurately interpret policy language and exclusions to ensure fair treatment of policyholders and compliance with policy terms. This involves applying consistent and objective interpretations based on the language and intent of the insurance contract. Rhode Department of Business Regulation Insurance Regulation 26. Denying claims based on broad interpretations, excluding coverage unnecessarily, or prioritizing speed over accuracy would undermine fair claims practices and regulatory compliance. Question 60. Topic: surplus lines insurance claims evaluation. Question: how do surplus lines insurers in Rhode Island determine the value of a claim accurately? A. By minimizing assessments to reduce payouts. B. By using loss adjustment techniques and industry standards. C. By excluding claims involving complex legal disputes. D. By delaying claim evaluations for financial gain. Answer: B. By using loss adjustment techniques and industry standards. Explanation: surplus lines insurers in Rhode Island determine the value of a claim accurately by using loss adjustment techniques and industry standards. This includes assessing damages, considering policy terms and exclusions, and utilizing established methodologies to calculate fair settlements. Rhode Department of Business Regulation Insurance Regulation 27. Minimizing assessments, excluding claims based on legal complexity, or delaying evaluations would not uphold fair claims practices or regulatory standards. Question 61. Topic: surplus lines insurance claims investigation. Question: how do surplus lines insurers in Rhode Island ensure thorough claims investigations? A. By limiting investigations to insured statements. B. By collaborating with competitors for evidence. C. By using multiple sources to gather evidence. D. By delaying investigations for strategic advantage. Answer: C. By using multiple sources to gather evidence. Explanation: surplus lines insurers in Rhode Island ensure thorough claims investigations by using multiple sources to gather evidence, including insureds, witnesses, experts, and other relevant parties. This approach helps insurers gather comprehensive information to assess the validity of claims and determine coverage and liability accurately. Rhode Department of Business Regulation Insurance Regulation 24. Limiting investigations to insured statements, collaborating with competitors, or delaying investigations would not meet regulatory standards or best practices in claims handling. Question 62. Topic: surplus lines insurance claims settlement. Question: why is it important for surplus lines insurers in Rhode Island to negotiate settlements in good faith? A. To deny claims based on vague policy terms. B. To expedite settlements without proper evaluation. C. To ensure fair and reasonable outcomes for all parties. D. To maximize profits by minimizing claim payouts. Answer: C. To ensure fair and reasonable outcomes for all parties. Explanation: it is important for surplus lines insurers in Rhode Island to negotiate settlements in good faith to ensure fair and reasonable outcomes for all parties involved. This involves transparent communication, considering all relevant factors, and striving for mutually acceptable resolutions. Rhode General Laws SS 2796. Denying claims based on vague terms, rushing settlements without evaluation, or prioritizing profits over fair outcomes would not align with ethical claims handling practices or regulatory expectations. Question 63. Topic: Surplus lines insurance claims ethics and professionalism. Question: how do surplus lines claims professionals demonstrate professionalism regarding conflicts of interest in Rhode Island? A. By resolving conflicts of interest in favor of the insurer. B. By avoiding disclosure of conflicts of interest. C. By promptly disclosing conflicts and managing them ethically. D. By ignoring conflicts of interest to expedite claims processing. Answer: C. By promptly disclosing conflicts and managing them ethically. Explanation: surplus lines claims professionals in Rhode Island demonstrate professionalism regarding conflicts of interest by promptly disclosing conflicts and managing them ethically. This includes taking steps to mitigate conflicts, ensuring fair treatment of all parties, and complying with regulatory requirements. Rhode General Laws SS 2796. Resolving conflicts in favor of the insurer, avoiding disclosure or disregarding conflicts to expedite claims processing would violate ethical standards and regulatory expectations. Question 64. Topic: surplus lines insurance claims evaluation. Question: how do surplus lines insurers in Rhode Island determine coverage and liability accurately in claims involving complex legal issues? A. By denying coverage for all legal disputes. B. By consulting with competitors for coverage benchmarks. C. By utilizing legal expertise and policy analysis. D. By delaying claim evaluations indefinitely. Answer: C. By utilizing legal expertise and policy analysis. Explanation: surplus lines insurers in Rhode Island determine coverage and liability accurately in claims involving complex legal issues by utilizing legal expertise and conducting thorough policy analysis. This includes consulting with legal counsel, interpreting policy terms comprehensively, and applying legal principles to assess coverage under challenging circumstances. Rhode Department of Business Regulation Insurance Regulation 26. Denying coverage without legal basis, seeking benchmarks from competitors, or delaying evaluations would not uphold fair claims practices or regulatory standards. Question 65. Topic: surplus lines insurance claims process. Question: how does effective documentation benefit surplus lines insurers in Rhode Island during claims handling? A. By confusing insureds about their coverage. B. By minimizing interactions with state regulators. C. By creating a clear record of claim activities and decisions. D. By delaying claims processing for financial gain. Answer: C. By creating a clear record of claim activities and decisions. Explanation: effective documentation benefits surplus lines insurers in Rhode Island during claims handling by creating a clear record of claim activities, decisions, and communications. This helps ensure transparency, compliance with regulatory requirements, and consistency in claims handling practices. Rhode General Laws SS 2794. Confusing insureds, minimizing interactions with regulators, or delaying processing for financial gain are not objectives of effective documentation and would not support ethical claims handling. Question 66. Topic: surplus lines insurance claims litigation. Question: how do surplus lines insurers in Rhode Island navigate the litigation process effectively? A. By avoiding legal representation to minimize costs. B. By passing all legal expenses to insureds. C. By collaborating closely with legal counsel. D. By delaying court proceedings indefinitely. Answer: C. By collaborating closely with legal counsel. Explanation: surplus lines insurers in Rhode Island navigate the litigation process effectively by collaborating closely with legal counsel. This involves developing litigation strategies, managing legal expenses responsibly, and maintaining open communication with insureds throughout the process. Rhode Rules of Civil Procedure. Rule 16. Avoiding legal representation, passing all costs to insureds, or delaying court proceedings would not demonstrate effective litigation management or uphold ethical standards in claims handling. Question 67. Topic: surplus lines insurance claims settlement. Question: How do surplus lines insurers in Rhode Island ensure compliance with regulatory requirements during claims settlement negotiations? A. By excluding insureds from the negotiation process. B. By offering settlements without assessing claim validity. C. By documenting settlement terms and conditions accurately. D. By delaying settlement negotiations indefinitely. Answer: C. By documenting settlement terms and conditions accurately. Explanation: surplus lines insurers in Rhode Island ensure compliance with regulatory requirements during claims settlement negotiations by documenting settlement terms and conditions accurately. This includes providing clear and transparent communication with insureds, adhering to contractual obligations, and maintaining records in accordance with state regulations. Rhode Department of Business Regulation Insurance Regulation 29. Excluding insureds from negotiations, settling claims without proper assessment, or delaying negotiations would not uphold fair claims practices or regulatory standards. Question 68. Topic: surplus lines insurance claims ethics and professionalism. Question: how do surplus lines claims professionals demonstrate ethical behavior in Rhode Island regarding claims handling? A. By denying claims based on arbitrary decisions. B. By prioritizing insurers' interests over insureds. C. By adhering to fair claims practices and regulations. D. By delaying claim resolutions for financial gain. Answer: C. By adhering to fair claims practices and regulations. Explanation: surplus lines claims professionals in Rhode Island demonstrate ethical behavior regarding claims handling by adhering to fair claims practices and regulations. This includes treating insureds fairly, communicating effectively, and making decisions based on thorough investigations and policy terms. Rhode General Laws SS 2794. Denying claims arbitrarily, prioritizing insurers' interests unfairly, or delaying resolutions for financial gain would violate ethical standards and regulatory requirements. Question 69. Topic: surplus lines insurance claims investigation. Question: how do surplus lines insurers in Rhode Island utilize outside experts and specialists in claims investigations? A. By excluding their opinions to save costs. B. By consulting them to gather objective evidence. C. By avoiding involvement in complex claims. D. By relying solely on internal resources. Answer: B. By consulting them to gather objective evidence. Explanation: surplus lines insurers in Rhode Island utilize outside experts and specialists in claims investigations by consulting them to gather objective evidence. This approach enhances the thoroughness and credibility of investigations, providing insurers with expert opinions and analyses to assess claims accurately. Rhode Department of Business Regulation Insurance Regulation 25. Excluding experts to save costs, avoiding complex claims, or relying solely on internal resources would not support effective claims handling or regulatory compliance. Question 70. Topic: surplus lines insurance claims process. Question: how do surplus lines insurers in Rhode Island ensure effective communication with insureds during the claims handling process? A. By delaying responses to insureds' inquiries. B. By providing clear and timely updates on claim status. C. By excluding insureds from claim decision-making. D. By denying all claims initially to reduce workload. Answer: B. By providing clear and timely updates on claim status. Explanation: surplus lines insurers in Rhode Island ensure effective communication with insureds during the claims handling process by providing clear and timely updates on claim status. This includes informing insureds about the progress of their claims, explaining any necessary steps, and addressing inquiries promptly. Rhode Department of Business Regulation Insurance Regulation 28. Delaying responses, excluding insureds from decisions, or denying claims without proper communication would not support effective claims management or compliance with fair practices. Question 71. Topic: surplus lines insurance policy analysis. Question: why is it important for surplus lines insurers in Rhode Island to understand key terms and definitions in insurance policies? A. To deny coverage based on ambiguous policy language. B. To minimize interactions with insureds about coverage. C. To ensure accurate interpretation and application of policy terms. D. To expedite claims processing without detailed review. Answer: C. To ensure accurate interpretation and application of policy terms. Explanation: It is important for surplus lines insurers in Rhode Island to understand key terms and definitions in insurance policies to ensure accurate interpretation and application of policy terms. This involves interpreting policy language correctly, applying definitions consistently, and ensuring coverage decisions align with the terms outlined in the policy. Rhode General Laws SS 2795. Denying coverage based on ambiguous language, minimizing interactions with insureds, or rushing through claims processing would not uphold fair practices or regulatory requirements. Question 72. Topic: Surplus lines insurance claims evaluation. Question: How do surplus lines insurers in Rhode Island determine the appropriate reserve for a claim? A. By setting reserves arbitrarily to manage cash flow. B. By consulting competitors for reserve benchmarks. C. By utilizing loss reserving techniques and data analysis. D. By excluding high-value claims from reserves. Answer: C. By utilizing loss reserving techniques and data analysis. Explanation: Surplus lines insurers in Rhode Island determine the appropriate reserve for a claim by utilizing loss reserving techniques and data analysis. This involves estimating future claim costs based on historical data, adjusting reserves as new information becomes available, and ensuring reserves adequately cover expected claim liabilities. Rhode Department of Business Regulation Insurance Regulation 27. Setting reserves arbitrarily, seeking benchmarks from competitors, or excluding high-value claims from reserves would not support effective claims management or regulatory compliance. Question 73. Topic: Surplus lines insurance claims settlement. Question: How do surplus lines insurers in Rhode Island ensure fairness in claims settlement negotiations? A. By pressuring insureds to accept low settlements. B. By disclosing confidential settlement terms to competitors. C. By negotiating in good faith and considering all relevant factors. D. By delaying settlements to frustrate insureds. Answer: C. By negotiating in good faith and considering all relevant factors. Explanation: Surplus lines insurers in Rhode Island ensure fairness in claims settlement negotiations by negotiating in good faith and considering all relevant factors. This includes assessing policy coverage, evaluating damages accurately, and striving for equitable resolutions that meet the needs of both parties. Rhode General Laws SS 2796. Pressuring insureds into accepting low settlements, disclosing confidential terms improperly, or delaying settlements would not align with ethical claims handling practices or regulatory expectations. Question 74. Topic: Surplus lines insurance claims ethics and professionalism. Question: How do surplus lines claims professionals demonstrate ethical behavior regarding confidentiality in Rhode Island? A. By sharing claim details with unauthorized third parties. B. By maintaining confidentiality of insured's information. C. By ignoring confidentiality requirements to expedite claims. D. By excluding insureds from accessing their claim files. Answer: B. By maintaining confidentiality of insured's information. Explanation: Surplus lines claims professionals in Rhode Island demonstrate ethical behavior regarding confidentiality by maintaining the confidentiality of insured's information. This includes protecting sensitive information from unauthorized disclosure, adhering to privacy laws, and ensuring only authorized individuals have access to claim details. Rhode Department of Business Regulation Insurance Regulation 23. Sharing claim details improperly, ignoring confidentiality requirements, or excluding insureds from accessing their files would violate ethical standards and regulatory guidelines. Question 75. Topic: Surplus lines insurance claims investigation. Question: How do surplus lines insurers in Rhode Island ensure compliance with fair claims practices during investigations? A. By limiting evidence collection to reduce costs. B. By conducting investigations promptly and thoroughly. C. By denying all claims to minimize payouts. D. By delaying responses to insured's inquiries. Answer: B. By conducting investigations promptly and thoroughly. Explanation: Surplus lines insurers in Rhode Island ensure compliance with fair claims practices during investigations by conducting them promptly and thoroughly. This includes gathering sufficient evidence, evaluating claims objectively, and communicating findings transparently to insureds. Rhode General Laws SS 2794. Limiting evidence collection, denying claims arbitrarily, or delaying responses would not uphold fair claims practices or regulatory requirements. Question 76. Topic: Surplus lines insurance claims evaluation. Question: how do surplus lines insurers in Rhode Island determine the applicability of policy exclusions in complex claims? A. By applying exclusions broadly to all claims. B. By consulting with competitors for exclusion interpretations. C. By analyzing policy language and circumstances of the claim. D. By delaying claim evaluations until policy expiration. Answer: C. By analyzing policy language and circumstances of the claim. Explanation: surplus lines insurers in Rhode Island determine the applicability of policy exclusions in complex claims by analyzing policy language and evaluating the specific circumstances of the claim. This involves interpreting exclusions within the context of the policy's terms, considering the facts of the claim, and applying legal principles as necessary. Rhode Department of Business Regulation Insurance Regulation 26. Applying exclusions broadly, seeking interpretations from competitors, or delaying evaluations would not align with accurate claims assessment or regulatory compliance. Question 77. Topic: surplus lines insurance claims litigation. Question: how do surplus lines insurers in Rhode Island manage conflicts of interest effectively during claims litigation? A. By resolving conflicts in favor of the insured. B. By avoiding disclosure of conflicts to insureds. C. By disclosing conflicts and engaging independent counsel. D. By delaying litigation indefinitely to avoid conflicts. Answer: C. By disclosing conflicts and engaging independent counsel. Explanation: surplus lines insurers in Rhode Island manage conflicts of interest effectively during claims litigation by disclosing conflicts to all parties involved and engaging independent counsel when necessary. This approach ensures fair representation and adherence to ethical standards, maintaining transparency throughout the litigation process. Rhode Rules of Professional Conduct, Rule 1.7, resolving conflicts in favor of the insured, withholding disclosure or delaying litigation would not uphold ethical conduct or regulatory expectations. Question 78. Topic: surplus lines insurance claims process. Question: how do surplus lines insurers in Rhode Island ensure compliance with fair claims practices when handling disputed claims? A. By denying all disputed claims without investigation. B. By offering settlements below policy limits to expedite resolution. C. By conducting thorough investigations and providing reasons for decisions. D. By excluding insureds from participating in claims handling. Answer: C. By conducting thorough investigations and providing reasons for decisions. Explanation: surplus lines insurers in Rhode Island ensure compliance with fair claims practices when handling disputed claims by conducting thorough investigations and providing clear reasons for claim decisions. This includes gathering evidence, evaluating coverage and liability, and communicating findings to insureds in a transparent manner. Rhode General Laws SS 2796. Denying claims without investigation, settling below policy limits without justification, or excluding insureds from the process would not support fair claims handling or regulatory compliance. Question 79. Topic: surplus lines insurance claims settlement. Question: how do surplus lines insurers in Rhode Island ensure compliance with regulatory requirements when negotiating settlements? A. By excluding insureds from settlement discussions. B. By offering settlements above policy limits. C. By documenting settlement agreements accurately. D. By delaying settlement negotiations indefinitely. Answer: C. By documenting settlement agreements accurately. Explanation: surplus lines insurers in Rhode Island ensure compliance with regulatory requirements when negotiating settlements by documenting settlement agreements accurately. This includes outlining the terms, conditions, and any agreements reached with insureds in a clear and transparent manner. Rhode Department of Business Regulation Insurance Regulation 29. Excluding insureds from discussions, offering settlements above policy limits, or delaying negotiations would not align with fair claims practices or regulatory expectations. Question 80. Topic: surplus lines insurance claims investigation. Question: how do surplus lines insurers in Rhode Island ensure objectivity in claims investigations? A. By relying solely on insured statements. B. By involving multiple adjusters with conflicting opinions. C. By utilizing unbiased experts and conducting thorough investigations. D. By delaying investigations until evidence is lost. Answer: C. By utilizing unbiased experts and conducting thorough investigations. Explanation: Surplus lines insurers in Rhode Island ensure objectivity in claims investigations by utilizing unbiased experts and conducting thorough investigations. This involves gathering evidence from multiple sources, including witnesses and experts, to assess the validity of claims objectively. Rhode Department of Business Regulation Insurance Regulation 24. Relying solely on insured statements involving conflicting adjuster opinions or delaying investigations would not support fair claims handling or compliance with regulatory standards. Question 81. Topic: Surplus lines insurance claims ethics and professionalism. Question: how do surplus lines claims professionals demonstrate ethical behavior in Rhode Island regarding claims processing? A. By denying claims without providing reasons. B. By prioritizing speedy claims resolutions over accuracy. C. By adhering to confidentiality and privacy requirements. D. By excluding insureds from participating in claims handling. Answer: C. By adhering to confidentiality and privacy requirements. Explanation: surplus lines claims professionals in Rhode Island demonstrate ethical behavior regarding claims processing by adhering to confidentiality and privacy requirements. This includes safeguarding sensitive information, maintaining confidentiality of insured's details, and ensuring compliance with state and federal privacy laws. Rhode General Laws SS 2794. Denying claims without justification, prioritizing speed over accuracy, or excluding insureds from participation would not uphold ethical standards or regulatory expectations. Question 82. Topic: Surplus lines insurance claims evaluation. Question: how do surplus lines insurers in Rhode Island determine the value of a claim fairly and accurately? A. By offering settlements based on insured's demands. B. By excluding insureds from the claims evaluation process. C. By utilizing loss adjustment techniques and data analysis. D. By delaying claims evaluations to negotiate lower payouts. Answer: C. By utilizing loss adjustment techniques and data analysis. Explanation: surplus lines insurers in Rhode Island determine the value of a claim fairly and accurately by utilizing loss adjustment techniques and conducting data analysis. This involves assessing the extent of damages, estimating costs, and using historical data and industry standards to arrive at a reasonable settlement amount. Rhode Department of Business Regulation Insurance Regulation 27. Offering settlements based on demands, excluding insureds from evaluations, or delaying evaluations for strategic reasons would not uphold fair claims practices or regulatory standards. Question 83. Topic: surplus lines insurance claims litigation. Question: how do surplus lines insurers in Rhode Island manage litigation expenses effectively during claims disputes? A. By passing all litigation expenses to insureds. B. By avoiding legal representation to minimize costs. C. By collaborating with legal counsel to control expenses. D. By delaying court proceedings to increase expenses. Answer: C. By collaborating with legal counsel to control expenses. Explanation: surplus lines insurers in Rhode Island manage litigation expenses effectively during claims disputes by collaborating with legal counsel to control costs. This includes developing cost-effective strategies, managing legal fees responsibly, and seeking favorable outcomes while minimizing expenses. Rhode Rules of Professional Conduct, Rule 1.5. Passing all expenses to insureds, avoiding legal representation, or prolonging court proceedings would not demonstrate effective expense management or ethical claims handling. Question 84. Topic: surplus lines insurance claims ethics and professionalism. Question: how do surplus lines claims professionals demonstrate professionalism in Rhode Island regarding claims settlement negotiations? A. By pressuring insureds into accepting low settlements. B. By disclosing confidential settlement terms to competitors. C. By negotiating in good faith and considering insured's interests. D. By delaying settlement negotiations indefinitely. Answer: C. By negotiating in good faith and considering insured's interests. Explanation: surplus lines claims professionals in Rhode Island demonstrate professionalism regarding claims settlement negotiations by negotiating in good faith and considering insured's interests. This involves seeking fair and reasonable settlements, communicating openly with insureds, and striving for mutually beneficial outcomes. Rhode General Laws SS 2796. pressuring insureds, disclosing confidential information improperly, or delaying negotiations would not align with ethical conduct or regulatory expectations. Question 85. Topic: Surplus lines insurance claims investigation. Question: How do surplus lines insurers in Rhode Island ensure thoroughness in claims investigations? A. By limiting the scope of investigations to reduce costs. B. By conducting investigations promptly and comprehensively. C. By excluding insureds from providing evidence. D. By delaying investigations until evidence deteriorates. Answer: B. By conducting investigations promptly and comprehensively. Explanation: Surplus lines insurers in Rhode Island ensure thoroughness in claims investigations by conducting them promptly and comprehensively. This includes gathering all relevant evidence, interviewing witnesses, and analyzing documentation to make informed decisions. Rhode Department of Business Regulation Insurance Regulation 24. Limiting the scope of investigations, excluding insureds from providing evidence, or delaying investigations would not support thorough claims handling or regulatory compliance. Question 86. Topic: Surplus lines insurance claims settlement. Question: How do surplus lines insurers in Rhode Island ensure transparency in claims settlement processes? A. By offering settlements without explaining terms. B. By delaying settlement disclosures to insureds. C. By providing clear explanations of settlement terms. D. By excluding insureds from the settlement negotiations. Answer: C. By providing clear explanations of settlement terms. Explanation: Surplus lines insurers in Rhode Island ensure transparency in claims settlement processes by providing clear explanations of settlement terms to insureds. This involves disclosing all relevant information about the settlement, including any conditions or limitations, and ensuring insureds understand their rights and options. Rhode General Laws SS 2796. Offering settlements without explanation, delaying disclosure, or excluding insureds from negotiations would not promote transparency or ethical claims handling. Question 87. Topic: Surplus lines insurance claims ethics and professionalism. Question: How do surplus lines claims professionals demonstrate ethical behavior regarding claim denials in Rhode Island? A. By denying claims without providing reasons. B. By basing denials on thorough investigations and policy terms. C. By pressuring insureds into accepting claim denials. D. By delaying claim denials indefinitely. Answer: B. By basing denials on thorough investigations and policy terms. Explanation: Surplus lines claims professionals in Rhode Island demonstrate ethical behavior regarding claim denials by basing them on thorough investigations and policy terms. This involves evaluating claims objectively, applying policy provisions accurately, and communicating reasons for denials clearly to insureds. Rhode Department of Business Regulation Insurance Regulation 26. Denying claims without justification, pressuring insureds unfairly, or delaying denials would not align with ethical standards or regulatory requirements. Question 88. Topic: Surplus lines insurance claims settlement. Question: How do surplus lines insurers in Rhode Island handle disputes over claims settlements effectively? A. By avoiding negotiations with insureds. B. By offering settlements below policy limits. C. By engaging in mediation or arbitration as needed. D. By delaying claim settlements indefinitely. Answer: C. By engaging in mediation or arbitration as needed. Explanation: Surplus lines insurers in Rhode Island handle disputes over claim settlements effectively by engaging in mediation or arbitration as needed. This approach facilitates resolution through alternative dispute resolution methods, ensuring both parties have a fair opportunity to negotiate and reach a mutually acceptable outcome. Rhode General Laws SS 2796. Avoiding negotiations, offering inadequate settlements, or delaying resolutions would not support effective claims management or regulatory compliance. Question 89. Topic: Surplus lines insurance claims ethics and professionalism. Question: How do surplus lines claims professionals demonstrate professionalism in Rhode Island regarding claims handling? A. By rushing through claims processing without thorough review. B. By prioritizing insurers' interests over insureds. C. By maintaining open and honest communication with insureds. D. By excluding insureds from the claims handling process. Answer: C. By maintaining open and honest communication with insureds. Explanation: Surplus lines claims professionals in Rhode Island demonstrate professionalism regarding claims handling by maintaining open and honest communication with insureds. This involves keeping insureds informed about claim status, explaining processes clearly, and addressing inquiries promptly and courteously. Rhode Department of Business Regulation Insurance Regulation 28. Rushing through processing, prioritizing insurers' interests unfairly, or excluding insureds would not uphold professional standards or foster trust in the claims handling process. Question 90. Topic: Surplus lines insurance claims process. Question: how do surplus lines insurers in Rhode Island ensure compliance with regulatory requirements during claims processing? A. By disregarding state insurance regulations. B. By documenting claims activities accurately and thoroughly. C. By delaying responses to insureds' inquiries indefinitely. D. By excluding insureds from participating in claims decisions. Answer: B. By documenting claims activities accurately and thoroughly. Explanation: surplus lines insurers in Rhode Island ensure compliance with regulatory requirements during claims processing by documenting claims activities accurately and thoroughly. This includes maintaining records, documenting communications, and ensuring all actions align with state insurance regulations. Rhode General Laws SS 2794. Disregarding regulations, delaying responses to inquiries, or excluding insureds from participation would not support regulatory compliance or fair claims practices.